Hey RBG fam, today's video is going to consist of building this shelving unit and attaching the lights with the heat mats. So stay tuned. Today I will have help from my son so we can put this together and hopefully attach everything together so we can soon start some seedlings for our cold weather crops. All right, guys, so as my son is trying to read the instructions over there and try to start building this thing, this was what was inside the box. We have literally 4 shelving units. We have little thingamajigs over there. That's exactly what I'm going to call them. What he's playing with over there, you see in his hands, are the 4 bottom legs that came with the unit. And over here we have 4 top legs. So we're going to go ahead and bust this down and put it together. Hopefully it's not a pain in the neck, and hopefully we can get this together pretty quickly so we can attack and put the shop lights and the heat mats together. So we will see you soon and we'll show you the process as he puts it together and the finished product. Get back to you soon. All right, so as my son struggles behind us building those shelves, so excuse and pardon the background noise, I figured we're going to take an opportunity to talk further about these lights. So I know we spoke about them in the last video, but I wanted to go a little deeper into them. So like I said before, I did get these guys at Walmart, and they were a 2-pack, but in that 2-pack there's actually 2 packs within this box, and I think is this steel. Like I did mention, it was about $22 at walmart.com. I don't know if they have them in the actual store, but in the website I was able to actually steal these, and I think it was an amazing steal. I have 2 other ones, but I think they are in the color silver. They're not in this pretty white color that is here, but it really doesn't matter on the actual metal color. What matters is the actual light bulbs, and they pretty much do the same thing. I think that they are daylight. I'm not sure. I don't see that here stated anywhere. But it is what it is. Once again, like I did say, it is a 2-pack, but 4-pack within the actual pack. 5,000 lumen LED shop utility light. The model number, if you guys are interested, is LED SL-3/50. If you want to look for it yourself. And what I see here, it is a 120 volt, 60 hertz, and it's a 40 watts, a 4000K. These things are really nice. I have them actually plugs in here, and for the sake of not blinding you guys, I'm going to try and turn it on towards the wall so you can see how strong they are. You see, they're pretty amazing. They illuminate actually the box and the wall really nicely. So imagine what that can actually do to your seedlings. I mean, to try and mimic as much sunlight as possible. These things, like I said, I can't say enough how amazing these things they are. So I think you guys should really not walk, but run to walmart.com. I mean, it's the website, so haha, and go get you guys some. So definitely recommend. Can't wait till my son finishes his headache back there with the shelving, and I can actually line all of them up with the 4 shelvings, because I do have 4, and just illuminate this whole thing and see how beautiful this setup is going to look. So well, so far this is the progress. He's having a little bit of a headache, as usual. Sometimes with these things, you know, there's something that goes wrong. Either something's broken, something's loose, or bolt is crooked. But, you know, a little bit of hiccups here and there, but we're going through it. We're getting through it. So far, we're almost there. We have 2 levels on. We got the top sticks. That's what I'm calling them. Top sticks on. Well, at least 3 out of 4. The 4th one is giving us a headache. But once we have it on, we can hopefully move on to putting on these 2 shelves and hopefully be done with the shelving unit and move on to attaching the lights. So this is the progress. All right, RBG, so here it is in its glory. I think my son did an amazing job, unfortunately contributing to some hiccups that we had with a pole being a little crooked on the screwing element. But other than that, amazing job by him. He actually got it all put together. So now I'm gonna do my job and attach all of the lights and the heating mats so we can get this going so we can start gardening. All right, so here we go. We have 4 heat mats, so we are going to go ahead and put a heat mat. Now I know that they're not exactly equivalent to the actual size of the shelving unit, but it's okay. Sometimes you don't need to heat up the whole tray, and if you don't have enough of these or you don't have any of these, I've learned through the community, and I've done it myself in many instances when I did not have the income to be able to purchase any of the heat mats, which, you know, they're not that expensive, but hey, I get it. When you're on a budget, you're on a budget. So, you know, you can put them on top of your fridge. I've gotten even creative to even go ahead and even put them on top of my radiator with something underneath them, so I make sure that I don't burn my poor seedlings. So, you know, this is pretty much the setup that's going to work for me. And let's see, I'm really excited. I can't wait to start some seeds. I mean, I was excited and ecstatic to be able to get this system put together. So now that I'm actually seeing it and I'm actually touching it, I'm just excited to play with dirt. I'm excited to, well, not dirt, soil, to play with soil and to just get my hands dirty and start opening some of my seed packages and just start growing something and seeing something green. I can't wait. I hope you guys tag along. We're gonna go ahead and move over to see if we can attach these shop lights. I was hoping that it was gonna work, that I can attach all 4. I don't see that I can attach the shop light to the 4th row on the top unless I hang it from the actual ceiling, and I don't have holes in my ceiling, so I'm gonna actually have to ask the expertise of my husband to see how we can go about that, unless I move the setup to where I had it before next to my sink, which would be hanging the last shop light from my pipes, which worked. No tea, no shade. You have to do what you got to do. But the other 3, I don't see why I can't hang them off the shelf. And we're just gonna go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and do this. Now here I have the light that I've been showing you because I've been propping just one. I have the other one still in the boxes. Here are some instructions, and it comes with its own pack here so you can anchor it from the wall, and some metal things here so it can hang from the wall and the anchors, which I think is a very nice pack. And I might go ahead and use this, like I said, from the one that I have to probably hang from the pipes, or my husband will probably just invent a nice getup for that last one. I don't know if I can use this actually for the shelving units. We'll see what I invent here right now with the first one. So the first one I'll do, like, you know, here dolo, just to see what I can do. And then, you know, I'll probably bring you guys along maybe for the second and the third. But I also went ahead on Amazon. I think these were about $8 and got these little anchors here. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna see, because like I said, I did buy some of these shop lights, you know, last year, but they were a little, I think, different in the hood, and they worked differently. But listen, you do what you have to do to make your grow station work. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do now, and we're going to see what works for us, because the whole concept of this is that you have to develop a system so that you can move these shop lights up and down, so that your seedlings can grow with these lights. Because not only do they need them to germinate, because they're also a source of heat, even though, you know, a lot, it's controversial. They say they don't need them until they break the surface, which is true, because the lights are mainly for when they break the surface, because they need that immediate light, so they stay short and stocky, and they're bushier, and they don't get leggy and all that, you know, unfortunate stuff. But, you know, they also do provide a source of surface heat. So it does a little bit of both. I mean, at least in my experience, like I always say, you know, we're here to learn and grow with each other. So, you know, tell me in the comments what works for you guys, so I can also implement it in my gardening, and also in my seed system here. So here we go. Let's try to put this first one on. Let's see what works for me. And when I see what works for me, I'll bring you along for the other 2, 3, and possibly 4 when we figure that out. So I put in the first shop light on, and as you see, I kind of hung it from the corners. I'll bring you close up in a second, or I'll take pictures and insert it. I hung it from the corners so I can get the optimal length on both sides, or coverage of the light over the seedlings. Now, I implemented both. I implemented the metal string that came with the shop lights, and I also implemented the hooks here that I got at Amazon. And I think it's the perfect scenario. The only problem that I'm having is that the metal thingamajiggy strings, whatever you want to call these things, are way too long right now for seed starting, or in general. So I'm going to have to probably figure this one out on how I'm going to make it shorter, or figure something out with my husband on how we can get something shorter, or a mechanism that I can attach to the lights and to this hook, that I can raise the lights on command when need be, for the seedlings. But with that said, it works. It works, and I like the way it looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach 2 and 3, and like I said, 4 for the top, pending. I have an idea. We used it last year and it worked, but it's pending right now. He should be coming from work soon, and he'll probably find me down here, you know, figuring things out, and he'll brainstorm with me and we'll figure it out. So let's attach 2 and 3 and let's go with this. All right, y'all, I got all 3 of them set up, and that's pretty much how it's looking. Like I said, I have to play around with something that it's a little more adjustable for the lights to go up and down, but this is pretty much an idea. Hubby just got home, so I'm gonna go upstairs and make him his cafecito con leche, and probably come back to the drawing board. So I'm not done playing with this. So BRB. So here you can see I was able to raise one of the shop lights in the top tier, or I guess second tier, I don't know, whatever. I was able to raise it up. It's a short-term fix. Is definitely not a long-term fix. As I grow through the season or through the years, I'm sure it's going to improve. But what I was able to do was use this stretchy string here that I use all over my garden to tie up any type of plants, from tomatoes to peppers to grapes, etc. Literally anything that I need to be tamed outside, I pretty much use that. And I use my pruners here. Probably not the best idea, but unfortunately this is the only thing that I had here, and I was not ready to go back upstairs after I came downstairs. So lazy today. Anywho's, moving along. This is pretty much exactly what I did and how it pretty much looks. I'm probably not the best thing in the world, but it is what it is. It's pretty much hooked up here. So what I pretty much did was literally like if you were tying your sneakers, your laces obviously, or anything that has laces, I just pretty much did bunny ears, haha, there, so I can fasten it and unfasten it, so I could be able to raise it up and down as needed for the seedlings. And I literally just anchored it here with a double knot, and it's literally going and wrapping all around underneath the shop lights. I repeated that same process literally right over here. Sorry, not making out motion sick. I repeated that process literally right over here on the other side. And as you can see, they do go all the way underneath over there as well. Don't look at my basement. It's a little messy. So this is pretty much where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and repeat the process on shops lights number 2 and 3. And we're going to pray for number 4 and see what happens. I am going to take you over into a little storage area in the basement so I can show you the ones that I was using last year. They're not actually the same brand, and they're not the same they don't actually look the same. Trying to get the words out here. They actually don't look the same. So I'm going to show you them so you can see the difference. So here are the other shop lights that I used last year. I have 2 of them. One that is currently open because obviously I used only one, and the other one that is currently closed. And I think they were $20 each, which is why I chose to go with these this year, because I thought it was a steal for $22 for 4 of them. These guys did me well, and I plan to use them, I mean, this year and for the years to come. But as you can see in the picture, they are currently different, obviously. And I think they're a little bigger, might cover a bigger surface. I don't know. I would have to put them, to the test. So I might actually use this one to do the top tier, the 4th tier on the shelving unit, and see. So at least I can cover anything that's on the edges. But this one is gray. It is also 5 lumens in brightness. This one is for sure daylight because it does say it here. And I mean, the box has a lot of claims. It says that it's 45 years of life, easy plugs with a 5-year limited warranty. The bulbs here don't come out. They're actually literally installed within it. So I'm assuming if it dies, it dies. I don't know if the bulbs come out of the other one, but I have noticed that the bulbs in the other ones are plastic. Now let me go ahead and take this one out of the box so you can actually see it. Now I don't know if Walmart is still carrying this one or not. I know Gary at the Rusted Garden is showing these, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But like I said, I think he was actually in person in Walmart, or I don't know what store he was in. But listen, these things do amazing. You don't have to go crazy on expensive lights. I know this is not a light review, but I'm just kind of giving you guys an option, a rough review on the both ones that I currently have, and then you guys can choose what you can do and what you want to choose. So let me take this one out of the box so you can see it, and then we'll go from there. All right, so as you can see, these are the, I guess, LED lights that are inside. Also has its little pull chain here with a white cord. It is completely gray. It's pretty long. I don't know the feet on it, but it's really nice. It has little holes here so you can anchor the little pieces that come with it. I don't know what I did with them, to be honest. I think I misplaced them. Or they are actually attached here to the chain, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so this is the chain that comes with it. So you can attach it, and like that you can lower it or raise it. And this is the hook that you anchor it to that hole. You literally just put it into the hole and you raise and lower it that way. And these are the anchors that you would put on your ceiling if that's the way that you want to mount your shop lights, so you can grow your seedlings. But once again, to reiterate, not to make this video so long and to talk so much about shop lights, because that's not what this video is about. But you know, those are two alternatives that you guys have, and I'm sure there's plenty more out there, so you go ahead and choose what you guys like. But I'm letting you know that this is what works for me, and I hope that if you guys want to pick it up, I hope it works for you guys. So let's move on to finishing this task up, because I can't wait to see this thing finished. All right, guys, here she is, all done, all in her glory. We finally got it connected with the shop lights, and reconfiguring that was interesting. I already showed you guys up close what I did. It's a temporary solution. It's what's gonna work right now. And I've come to conclusion that hopefully these seedlings won't be in here for too long, maybe 1 to 2 months max, if anything. So I'm not gonna really break my head with this situation. I must say hubby did come downstairs and kind of save the day. For the top shop light, I ended up using the one that I showed you that I purchased last year. He was able to mount it here on what I'm gonna call a holding stall. This is what I'm calling it. It's what I've been using for many years when I did not have this set up. I used to set this up on my 6 feet table and on any other table that I used to have. And it used to have smaller lights that would allow me to levitate up and down to bring them closer to the seedlings. So we were able to attach that to this contraption up here, but this is pretty much what it is looking like. Everything it is currently on. I went ahead and checked the heating mats, and they are all currently on and warm. So this is pretty much the test run to make sure that it is all well and ready to go. So I must say I am pleased right now. For the time being, I think that we can go ahead and hopefully start our first seedlings of 2022 with this setup. So I think it was pretty easy. Like I said, we did have minor hiccups through the way, but nothing that was not easily fixed or managed with temporary fixes. But like I said, you don't have to break your head with these things. I did attach here, besides the shop lights that my husband was able to attach for us here. I wanted to see how easy it is here to attach these lights here. They look like an octopus, but how easy it is to attach this to the shelving unit. Currently they are off, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn them on. It has right here the button. The middle one is to turn it on, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, last one, lied to you. So currently it is on. The beautiful thing about these lights is that you can increase them in intensity. Now they are not like extremely high. It's gonna look like it's flickering on the camera, but they are good. You can also put them on a timer. As you see, they have red in them. But like I said before, I like these because you can bring them close to a seedling. If they need a little bit of TLC, you can maneuver them and manipulate them as needed. So I think it's a plus, it's a bonus for the extra TLC. Now I have moved my setup from the living room where I was in my basement over to my little, I guess, kitchenette, if you want to call it. So I have this little bar stool, if you want to call it, if you will, and I moved everything over here because I am getting ready to hopefully start playing with some soil. No tea, no shade. Had to get me some bubbly. Girl's a little dry on the throat. So I moved everything over here, and hopefully the next video will be us playing with some soil, some seeds, and putting something in soil mix so we can hopefully start getting things to grow. This setup that I have here is amazing because we can, you know, pretty much pan over and see here that I have a sink. So I have local water that's pretty much easily accessible, and hopefully I won't make too much of a mess because, you know, gardening could be very messy, especially if you're trying to move quick, when you're a quick mom and, you know, moving a lot with a lot of household work. But anywho's, to finish off this video, we have the setup going. Next videos to come will hopefully, like I said, is playing with soil, playing with some seeds, hopefully starting up some seedlings for the 2022 season for our RBG garden. So just please stay tuned with us, and I hope that you guys comment, like, and subscribe to our channel so you guys can grow with us and just have fun with us. So we will see you guys on the next video. Bye.